governor is no figurehead. He runs the show. You see the governor's budget for news. Trillions they fly, left and right. And you're like, how it take concern me? First off, a budget is like your monthly stipend. If you're 18 years old with 50K from your side hustle, you decide how much goes to data bundle, the babes, airtime, or savings for that new phone. Same way, the governor plans how to spend the state's money on things like road and schools. So it concerns you well. Because that money they decide if your power go dey steady for those late night grinds, if your road will be smooth for delivery hustle, if taxes will go up and choke you and choke your pocket. All right, let's break this down. No fluff. Just the essentials. Your governor are like the CEO of your state. That's the big boss who runs the company like it's their own business, making smart decisions to grow it and create jobs. The governor is the real wealth creator, steering the ship on how resources turn into opportunities or waste. They're not a figurehead. In Nigeria's federal setup, they hold serious power. States pulling funds from federal allocations, that's like shared cash from the national pool. Nigeria's total earnings, distributed to each state based on formulas. Internal revenue, which is the money the state generates itself, like from taxes and what you buy, sell, earn. Then loans, which are borrowed funds that must be repaid with interest. Just like taking a quick loan from an app, but on a massive scale. Governors decide to spend billions into roads that cut traffic for e-commerce. That's your online buying and selling, like ordering stuff and getting it delivered fast. Like electricity setups that keep barber shops or whatever, off pricey generators. And with the Electricity Act already passed, every state could now generate, transmit, and distribute its own power, putting even more control in the governor's hands. Or tax policies that lure startups or push them out. For example, a good tax policy might lower taxes on new small businesses to help them grow and create jobs, while a bad one hikes taxes on everything, making it hard for shops to survive and scaring away investors. But why aren't more states specializing like pros? We should have sports famous for cranking out goods. Think one dominating egg production, scaling farms to feed the nation and export, solar panel, manufacturing in places like Lagos or Nasarawa, or auto hubs in Anambra, like Ladipo Market for spare parts. Instead, some flashy airports that sit empty while basics like farms or tech get ignored. A sharp governor builds wealth by backing these specialties. Tax breaks for creatives, production lots for films, data centers for tech. The microeconomics of an administration's impact hits hardest at state level. Governors' moves dictate your cost, jobs, and hustle boost. Mismanagement, hustle tanks, job vanishes, cost spike. It's all connected. Governors' calls hit your wallet hard. Let's talk numbers real quick. In June 2025, FAAC, that is the Federal Account Allocation Committee. Like a family meeting where Nigerians' total earnings get divided among the federal government, states, and the local areas, shared a record 1.8 trillion in revenue, a first of its kind jump of 159 billion from maize, which was at 1.6 trillion, the highest monthly allocation ever. The breakdown: federal government got 645 billion. States collectively received 607 billion. Local governments took 444 billion. And all producing states snagged an extra 120 billion as 13% derivation from mineral revenue. Top oil states like Delta, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Bayelsa grab over 90% of that derivation, boosting them above others. Non-oil spots like Lagos thrive on VAT, showing how this cash can supercharge budgets if governors play CEO right. That CEO being the top leader, setting vision for success. On eggs, Nigeria produces 650,000 metric tons yearly, but needs 30 million daily, leading to imports and high prices. Now, let's bring it home. Like explaining to your cousin, with Oshodi, I don't know why I like Oshodi this much. Without specialization, your ex-supplier in Oyo struggles to scale because the governor isn't pumping funds into farms. Instead, maybe chasing an airport that won't fly goods out efficiently. Bad roads, delivery riders dodge potholes, delaying packages, and burn fuel. The margins, power woes. Your Kajuna tailor stops mid-stitch in blackouts. Or Enugu online seller misses sales without generator backup. Taxes, hikes on rents and stalls. Budding pure water sellers or barbers. I think I like barbers too. Just trying to thrive. But where governors nail it, like Lagos, backing film lots for Nollywood creatives with tax breaks, Lagos is doing well compared to other states, but still needs to do more when stacked against top global cities like New York and Mumbai. Or we're not building data centers to draw young coders. Hustlers win. More jobs in specialized hubs. Smoother ops, less grind. It's Naija reality. Governors flop, daily hustle, nightmare. If they succeed, you rise strong. Now let's see what the game plan could look like. Here's what a sharp governor should be doing. Spot your state's edge, like Oyo with eggs, and scale it massive with agro-processing zones, turning farms into export empires like Kenya did with flowers, raking in billions yearly. Ditch those empty airports. Build data centers to pull in cloud bees, young techies, just like Rwanda transformed into Africa's innovative hub. Attracting giants like Google and boosting GDP. Offer tax holidays for creatives and filmmakers. Funding production, lots, to make your state Nollywood's powerhouse. Inspired by Georgia in the US, where incentives turned it into a filmmaker, creating 92,000 jobs and 10 billion in economic impact. Go big on wealth creation. Set up special economic zones for manufacturing. Or fintech, mirroring China's Shenzhen, from Sleepy Village to $3 trillion. Tech beast in decades. Or Texas, lowering companies like Tesla with low taxes and infrastructure, adding millions in jobs. Tie it all with your skills program, so states become magnets for investment. Not just federal handouts. Now real CEO moves if you change the game. Now, you see why power cuts, bad roads, and tax troubles aren't random. The governor's decisions as CEO shapes wealth or waste. You will finally understand this country.
Just so you know, this is for information only and not advice. Some details or policies might have changed by the time you're watching this.